Hello, how are you all? Nice to be back here for our second vlog. We're quite new to YouTube, so it's really nice to see that our videos and the first vlog that we've done has been getting some nice interactions. It's quite a nice way to chat to you and to just get a little insight into what goes on at FINDRA, who we are and the stuff that we get up to. So August has been another busy month. Busy for lots of reasons, busy in the business, but also just on a personal level. I managed to get a holiday, which was fantastic. So this second vlog is just really giving you another update as to what we've all been doing as a team, and introduce you to the team and just really what's happening. So yeah, I got away on holiday with Roddy, my partner. We took a camper van to France. That's the first time that we've gone to France with a van, and we thought we'll not go too far, we'll just head south of Paris and see what happens. We went to the Fontainebleau region, which has a really stunning forest. It's a national park and protected area, and really lovely. We had a couple of days, so we wanted to split the holiday up into some time to relax and just rest and take it easy because it's been a really busy year, but also to be active and get outdoors and to do a little bit of sightseeing as well. So we managed to achieve that actually, which was great, and we had a really lovely mix of all three. And I guess the highlights for me, well, one, it was warm, so it was sunny, so getting a little bit of sunshine always helps. But we got out kayaking on the River Loire. Hopefully I've sort of pronounced that right. My French pronunciation is shocking. I cannot pronounce some Scottish words very well or English words very well, so never mind French. But anyway, we done that and that was great fun. It was a really, I always think kayaking and paddleboarding are so relaxing, and I just love that you can get to see the landscape around you from that different perspective whilst being active, and so it was lovely. So we done that, and one of my highlights in terms of sightseeing was going to Paris for the day. We went to an exhibition by David Hockney, who is one of my favourite artists, and that was held at the Louis Vuitton Foundation. It was over 4 floors in the exhibition hall, and it was really early work from him when he was at the Royal College of Arts, which is also where I studied. I'd done my masters there in textiles, and it was some really early work right up to his most recent work, and it was he's just so inspiring, and it was so incredible to see that progression of his work. So that was a real highlight, and just being in Paris was fantastic. So that was my holiday. I've been back for just over a week, and it feels like a bit of a long distant memory, but it happened and it was great fun. So I don't need to do lots of work in this vlog this month because some of my team, Shona and Phil, are going to introduce themselves to you guys, and they're going to tell you a little bit about themselves and what they do in the outdoors. Some of our team are very shy, and we don't know that we'll ever get them on camera. So Karen, who does all of our fulfillment, so if you order from FINDRA, Karen is the person that puts your order together and ships it to you. She just will not go on camera. So we might have some shots of the back of her head, but you will know her dog, Merlot, because Merlot is pretty comfortable in front of the camera and features quite a lot, giving Horace, my dog, a bit of a run for his money. So yes, Shona and Phil are coming up next, and you're going to get to know them, which I think is really lovely, and you'll get to understand a bit more about the team.
Hi there, my name is Phil. I've worked at FINDRA for just over 1 year now, and I sort of take care of any operational things, so creating purchase orders and checking stock, booking stock in, that sort of non-glamorous side of FINDRA, I suppose, but very important. I also take care of any of the customer service. If you email in or give us a call, it will be me answering the phone and hopefully resolving your issue. I do a lot of things in the shop as well, so I restock the shop twice a week and help organise any events that we have there. So exhibitions that we have, book signings, things like that. And I do a lot of the content creation, so the videos that you've seen on our Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, what you're watching right now, that would have been me, usually behind the camera. I'm not so used to being in front of the camera. Have done a few behind the scenes videos though recently, so yeah, that's what I do here at FINDRA. And the way that I like to spend time in the outdoors, very boring. I just like to be in my garden, just spending time picking berries and making jam. That's how I spend my time outdoors, and just going for walks with my wife. And yeah, so nothing too exciting, but outdoors all the same. So yeah, that was me, and over to my colleague Shona.
Hey, my name is Shona. I am FINDRA's e-commerce marketing manager. I have been with FINDRA for almost 2 years now. It'll be 2 years in November. And I'm responsible for pretty much everything digital, whether it's maintaining the website, getting new product up, photography, designing and building our email campaigns, our social media content, and a whole host of other things in between. Because my job is so screen-based, getting outdoors is incredibly important to me. I have a lovely dog, Cookie, who is a big part of my life, and because he's a big guy, he needs 2 pretty substantial walks every single day. I'm just out at the beautiful Lauriston farm on my lunch break at the moment. This routine of taking the dog out is incredibly important, not just for Cookie, but for me. I get a really big walk in the mornings, and then I always try and get out for a littler walk at lunchtime. And it just really centres me throughout the day. I live in Edinburgh, so I'm quite a distance away from the borders, but I commute once or twice a week. And living in Edinburgh is remarkable, really. It's such a busy, vibrant, built-up city. There's plenty to do. My son's in a really incredible school. But you're never far from green space. You're never far from feeling like you are in the middle of nowhere or not in a city at all, and that's what I particularly love about it. This, like I say, this at the moment is a great place called Lauriston Farm, where a community of people have been planting trees and creating water holes for wildlife, just to create a bit of a haven, and it's a really lovely place to come with the dog. It looks over the Firth of Forth, right up to the bridges. So it's really beautiful. I also have a son, as I mentioned. He's 11 years old. Getting outdoors with my son as well is incredibly important, and it means the world to us to be kind of together, to be adventurous and try new things. We love camping, we love being out on our bikes, even just going to the park and playing football. A whole host of things that I love to do with him on a daily basis, and it's so important for us to have that kind of family time outside. When we're not out doing lots of adventurous stuff, I just like being in my garden. It is not a landscaped, beautiful space. It's incredibly badly and unkept lawns, lots of wildflowers, aka weeds. I'm no Alan Titchmarsh, but I love my garden. It's a great place to get out of the house in the morning, just for a cup of coffee, and just to feel a little bit centred. Being outdoors is incredibly important, for me for routine, but also just my mental health. It keeps me grounded, it keeps me feeling positive, and it keeps me feeling energetic. It also gives me quieter times, a bit of space. My household can be quite noisy when everyone's part of it, so when it's just me and the dog and we're sitting in a field as we're doing now, it's really quite special and important to me, just to get that space and that grounding. And also, I live a very kind of busy digital life, so time outdoors means the world. Thank you. Nice to meet you all.
So I hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit more about Phil and Shona, and finding out what they do at FINDRA, what their job is, but also how they relax and what the outdoors means to them. As a team, we're all very outdoorsy people, whether that's cycling, kayaking, paddleboarding, walking our dogs, being in our garden. Everyone really values time in nature, which is great because then they understand exactly what you as our customer and followers love about being in the outdoors. So we're all very much on the same page and have a great appreciation for the outdoors, which is brilliant. So we've had a really busy month at FINDRA in Arlethan, and I think I mentioned in the last blog that for me, the cafe and shop in Arlethan is a really important part of the overall brand and our ethos and our values, and it's a really great way in a sort of more personal face-to-face way that we can showcase what FINDRA's all about. So we had an artist called Philippa Damien Lynch, and Philippa goes under the name of Grow With Time, and she has created these really beautiful ceramic artworks which are based on like taking impressions of flowers and sort of pressing them into the clay, and they're really simple. It's such a simple idea, but it's really effective and really beautiful. And so they've been on show in the back space at FINDRA for the last month, and they're just really lovely pieces. So maybe check her out. She's on Instagram, Grow With Time, and really worth having a little look at what Philippa is doing, because they're really stunning. And we also took part every year. Arlethan has a music festival in the town, and over the years this has grown, and it's a really fantastic event on the sort of event diary, if you like, of the year. So it's a brilliant little weekend of live music, and what happens is musicians perform in various locations around the town. And so this is our first year of taking part in that event, and Jamie, who is based in our cafe and shop, who's my middle son, he was really keen for us to get involved in this, and so he took that and made it happen. And so we had 4 musicians who played in the back space at FINDRA on the Saturday, and it just was a fantastic event. It was a great atmosphere. We had lots of people come in to see the musicians, and just a really lovely vibe about the whole thing. The musicians really enjoyed playing there, and everyone that came in to watch them and listen had a great time. So really lovely weekend, and great to be part of that event that takes place in the town, and to make our contribution to that being a really successful event. So well done to Jamie and his brothers John and Graham, who really supported him in putting that on and making a great success of it, so that was fantastic. We also have had a great book launch and book signing by Kerri Andrews. Kerri is the author of Wanderers, and her latest book is called Pathfinding. And Kerri's background is in writing. She lives in Scotland, but she's from I think it's Worcestershire, I will check. And Kerri got really annoyed that there weren't many female adventurers or stories of female adventurers out there, and that really the males kind of dominated that. So I think Kerri felt kind of quite frustrated by the fact that the stories of female adventures weren't being told, and this is something that is close to our heart at FINDRA, because we know that is the case across the board, that there's not enough representation. Things are definitely better and improving, but there's not enough representation of women in adventure, and it's definitely something that's very high on my agenda as to wanting to see that change, because I really believe that in order for that change to be made, you have to be able to see yourself, and others need to see that representation. So Kerri is a great example of how to make that happen. So Kerri came into FINDRA for her book launch and book signing of her book Pathfinding, and Pathfinding is a lovely book that was inspired by Kerri's sort of way of dealing with her stage in life where she had her kids, and just how that changed her, the impact of having kids and becoming a mother, and how that changed her relationship with the outdoors and being able to walk, and that's what the book's about. We've got signed copies of her book available to buy online, and so that's just a little plug right there. But it was a great night at FINDRA. Rich Rowe, who is involved in Eastgate Theatre and Go Tweed Valley, he came along to chat to Kerri and do a Q&A with her. So it was really nice for me because I got to be in the audience, and that's something that is always quite nice because quite often it's me that's involved in the conversation or having to do all the prep. So it was I just really enjoyed being able to sit back and listen to Kerri chatting and Rich bringing out some of that real lovely content and detail from Kerri's book. So that was a really great evening, and we got a great little turnout for that. We've also been filming a lot there's quite a lot of behind the scenes stuff from filming our social media ads. My team were really good at the day I came back my holiday, just getting me in front of the camera and saying, right, get on with it, it's time to do some new ads. So flung in at the deep end, I think is what you might say. But that's fine, we just crack on, get on with things. So that's been last week. So before I went on holiday, I also thought, right, I need to, I think everyone before they go on holiday seems to, it's almost like you're going away for a whole year, not just like 2 weeks. And I feel like this, where you want everything tidy before you head off, not just at home but in your office, or not just in your office but also at home. So I had a good tidy up of the office. There's always lots and lots of product lying around, there's always lots of stuff. It's a very creative space, but it can get a bit too much, and once it gets to a certain point I can't think straight. It just feels quite overwhelming and too much of a distraction. So I decided that I wanted to have a really good tidy up of the office before I headed away. So that was good. I've only been back for a week and you can't see it, but it's not particularly tidy again. But I think that will get tidied soon. So what else have we been doing? Oh well, the reason it's got untidy actually again is because we've been continuing our product development, and Donna and myself have been working on colour last week. So that's always a really enjoyable process. I really love the process of selecting colours and looking at the design and working out what colour will work in that style. And so we've been going through all of the spring summer 2026 styles and colouring them up, all the new designs, and also some of the styles that we are called carry forward. So that means that they're an existing style but we take them forward because they're really well liked and people love them. So how we freshen them up is to add in a new colour. And we're fully stocked. So yesterday, 1st of September, I love the autumn. I love where we live in the Scottish Borders. The landscape changes and is really, I love to see the seasons, and living in quite a rural part of the world means that you can really see the impact of the seasons on the landscape, and I really like that. I like to see the changes in the colour and the trees and just how it affects the landscape. So autumn is almost is on its way, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And I quite enjoy cooking in as well. Quite like to get in at night, get the candles on, and do all the things that you feel you shouldn't do in the summer because you should make the most of getting outdoors and the daylight. So just things like reading, or you know, various things, tidying out drawers, I don't know, tidying up, doing stuff, doing productive things that you do indoors or whatever. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, autumn is on its way, and so we have our neck warmers and our FINDRA fern stripe base layer fully stocked for the season. It's a favourite. The fern stripe base layer and the neck warmer are your absolute favourites, so we're all good to go with them, and that's exciting. And we've got 2 new colours of the fern stripe coming in this season, so they're online, which is great. So if you're keen to have a look at them, head off to the website. Just going back, actually I meant to say, for Kerri Andrew's blog, we'll put a link down below in our comments for you to be able to link to Kerri's blog, because she's done a lovely Sunday blog for us, and there'll be little clips of her chat with us at FINDRA. So yeah, I feel like I didn't have to chat as much this month because my team, my lovely team, have done their little bits, which helps me not have to ramble as much. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed vlog number 2, and I hope that you are enjoying what we're doing. We, as I say, you know, we're new to YouTube, but there's a lot of effort goes into creating our content, and it's something that we all as a team really love and think is really, really important. For us, it's about giving you an insight into who we are as a business and the brand, what we're all about, and who we are as people, the people behind the brand. I think that's really, really important. We're a small team, but we are small but mighty, and we all work really hard to deliver on this great product range. And for us, we're a community, and you are the biggest part of that community. So being able to chat to you like this is really important, and that's why we're doing this stuff. So if you like it, please, please, please like, share, subscribe to our platform, and you know, leave a comment. Tell us what you'd like to hear, what you'd like us to talk about, what you'd like me to talk about. Tell us what you like and don't like. Sometimes getting to hear what you're not so interested in is as important as what you'd like to hear. So if you've got a couple of minutes, just leave a little message, and that matters a great deal, and it really helps us. And on that note, last month for our first vlog, we ran a little competition where we asked you to leave a comment, and we said, or I said, that whoever leaves a comment, we'll pick a winner, and they will get a pair of our lovely Sky socks, or any of our socks actually. We've got the Nordic and we've got the Locken. So thank you very much for your comments. There were 2 comments which we greatly appreciate, both of whom came from Jackie 1 and Jackie 2. So thank you very much to the Jackies for doing that. Really, really appreciate it. And because you both left a comment, we're just going to send each of you a pair of socks of your choice. So we'll be in touch to chat to you about that and find out what colours and what sizes and things like that. So thank you so much. It does really mean a lot to us, as I said, that you take the time to feedback to us and engage with us. It matters a great deal. And so this month, because they're just back in stock, and we really want to encourage you to engage with us, you're going to get the chance to win one of our lovely merino neck warmers. So please feel free to leave a little comment, and again, if we get lots of people leaving comments, we'll pull out a winner out of the hat, and you can get a neck warmer of your choice. So lovely to speak to you all again, and thank you so much for listening, watching, and generally just supporting our brand and our business. It matters a lot to us. I've said that several times, but that's because I genuinely mean it. So have a great September. I hope you enjoy and embrace the autumn coming in. There's still plenty of time to get outdoors though, even for an hour in the early evening. So I hope you enjoy that, and I look forward to seeing you all next month with an update on all the great stuff that we'll be up to. Take care, speak soon, bye.